What's up YouTube? Today I will share with you my perspective about the Panini UCL sets in pre-modern. This was a question I got on my Patreon community, but I thought it was important to share with all of you guys. But before we go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much for that, is still the best way to show support. If you are a new viewer, also consider to subscribe. With that said, let's go into the video and I hope you have fun. Question number one goes this way. What's your opinion on the Panini 0607 UCL and 0708 UCL cards for Lionel Messi compared to Chrome 2017? Do you have any info about print runs you want to share, or maybe even a guess? I know James made a very good video about that topic, but maybe you can add the additional info, plus I am interested in your opinion. Well, first of all, thank you so much for leaving this question on the Patreon side. I think this is an amazing question, and I will try to share my perspective about this topic. I actually believe this is an amazing time to discuss the UCL sets for Panini, specific talking about cards, since I also see more people talking about them right now, and even prices are increasing, at least comparing, let's say, 6 months ago, 1 year ago. You also said that on the question, James made an amazing video about this topic, so if you guys want to check that out, I think that's an amazing idea. James is an amazing content creator. But my perspective about this, and let's start with some history. Panini UCL 2006-2007. This is the set you are seeing on the screen, and is a set that I actually tend to like. I think it's a nice set, is a TCG, and I think is quite common when it comes to true rarity. There is no true rarity at all. We don't know the print runs, but a tip that I can share to you, and you can apply this logic to almost every set in soccer, even though every case will be a case, but TCGs in general, they are mass produced. Sense cards need to be available for players, and this one seems quite common, so I suspect the game did very well. And another hint that leads us to believe that the game did very well is they kept doing the TCG. These are the first Champions League cards. Stickers, you have earlier stuff, but the bad part is rarity, looks, and the lack of relevant rookies on the set make the set just okay for investing. Investing is always a relative term, as you guys know. Being a collector, in my perspective, is a win-win situation, but if you want to invest, I think this set is okay at best. In other hand, I think it's an amazing set if you are a collector. Condition rarity seems strong, so could be fun to chase really clean copies for cheap. Again, you end up not asking me an advice for investing in this set or not, but if I was trying to target this set, what I would do is quite simple. Search for them raw, search for them in different eBays, specific in Europe, and you probably will find really nice copies. Grade them, and you may have a pop 1, pop 2, because condition rarity is strong, but you can still find and afford clean copies. Looking at PSA, there is 57 cards graded there, and the most graded card is Messi with 25 copies. The gem rate of the set is 1.7%, really low, but again, the sample size is not there yet. We need to see more of those coming to the market. If they gain some traction in the market and prices go up, you'll see more getting graded, and then I can assess the gem rate a bit more confident. Looking at last sticker, and by the way, this website is an amazing website to have an idea about rarity from certain sets, even though, and I know I repeat myself quite a lot, every case will be a case. You can see that collecting there is 250 people and completed 109. Those numbers are fairly high for this type of product, being quite honest with you. That said, another thing that you have to have in consideration, and this goes to the true rarity, condition rarity. Condition rarity seems strong, but true rarity not at all. You can see the countries where and the language this set end up getting released. Now, Panini UCL 2007-2008. This is another nice product, being honest. Is the set after the one you saw a couple of seconds ago, and there is a very not very, but I would say a fairly popular card on this set, Manuel Neuer card. This is a rookie card for Manuel Neuer, and Manuel Neuer is one of the best goalkeepers ever. Some people may even say he's the best goalkeeper ever. 89 cards graded at PSA. Most graded card is actually Cristiano Ronaldo, and there is a small detail on Cristiano Ronaldo that I will share with you in a second, but Cristiano Ronaldo have 25 copies, and the gem rate of the set is 3.3%, a bit higher than the previous one, but still crazy low. Again, not a lot of cards graded. To be fair, I think the Manuel Neuer gives us a better idea than any other card you could have in the previous set, but still, we are in a discovery phase. We have to be careful with this type of stuff. I know I may sound a bit bearish from time to time, always saying be careful, but better careful than sorry. I'm not sure if this is an expression in English, but at least is in my country. Even if the numbers on last sticker make this one a bit rarer, you can see that there is 2,058 people collecting, but only 72 completed. My experience is actually different. This seems one of the easiest sets to find, but both are common. This and the previous set for Panini Champions League. Similar to my last tip, TCGs tend to grow in production in the next expansion. So if I had to bet money, again, I'm not doing that, but if I had, I would say this set has a bigger production, since if a TCG continues, there is a likely scenario that the TCG is doing very well and they increase the production. But again, there is a lot of factors to put in the table, the number of cards in the set, if there is some special versions or not. For this, I don't think is the case. Manuel Neuer Rookie is the key card on the set, condition rarity also strong. Of course, the other nice players on this set, and apply the same logic to the previous one, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Ibrahimovic, a bunch of legends, Nedved, but of course, Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo would always be the number one and the number two. In this case, Neuer being a rookie card gets also a key role on the set. Now, something that I honestly don't have any information to share with you apart from me even putting the question out there, Cristiano Ronaldo have actually a different have a card with a different number. This is 119 and this is 236. I don't know the difference, to be fair. If I had to guess, probably one is a UK version and the other is a more typical European version, but I don't know for sure. I just thought sharing this was important. For the other players, I end up not seeing any difference, so I'm really not sure what's going on in this case, but again, a fun fact, I would say.
Hey guys, quick pause on this one. First of all, hope you are enjoying the video. If that's the case, do not forget to leave a like, but let me share with you two things. The first is I have a Patreon community that is growing super fast. I put a lot of content there. If you joined right now, you pay around $10, but you have access to more than 100 exclusive videos. It's an amazing place to learn about the soccer card market, and you also support the channel. Link below the video and also in the comments. The second thing is my Discord server. We are more than 1,000 members. I'm gonna say it again, 1,000 members, and it's an amazing community, an amazing place to interact with me, to interact with other collectors, to learn and share about the soccer card market. Similar to Patreon, link will also be below the video. If $10 is a lot of money to you, don't feel pressure to join the Patreon. For me, it's not super relevant. Of course, I would love to see you there, but at least join the Discord. That's totally free and is an amazing place to learn about the soccer card market, like I said a couple of seconds ago. Now let's continue with this one, and I hope you have fun.
Now, Panini UCL 2008 to 2009. This is a set that I like a lot in terms of eye appealing, specific for the plastic cards. And let's start with the obvious thing. 160 cards graded at PSA, so quite more than the previous one. Most graded card is Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi with 23 copies each, and the gem rate of the set is 2.5%. Again, you have to be careful with these gem rates, like I was explaining, and in this case you have plastic cards and normal cards. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the plastic cards grade a bit better. Actually, no, I'm not sure if the plastic cards grade a bit better or a bit worse, but I know that there is a scenario where one of them grades a bit better than the other, comparing plastic with normal. So you can do your own research on that front, but the gem rate is still fairly low. Rarity is also weak, but the plastic cards, from my experience, can be tricky to find. 20 plastic cards, basically the best players, and this is also a TCG. So they made the base set, let's put things this way, and then for the best players like Messi, Abramovich, Cristiano Ronaldo, they made a special card that actually looks quite nice. Now, moving on to the set that I think is the best of all of them is 2008 and 2009. Wait, Andre, what are you talking about? That's also 2008, 2009. You are correct, but this is a premium set. This is a more collector set. And even in terms of production, you notice that quite clear. Am I saying there is true rarity, crazy rarity on this set? No, I'm not saying that. But I believe in terms of rarity is more difficult to find than the previous one. And condition rarity is also absurd, but I will talk about that also in a second. So looking at last sticker, collecting, we have 235 people, so a lot of people actually, but completed only 37. Quite lower than the previous number. So this automatic shows you how much more difficult this set is to complete, and there is different types of rarity. Let's start with the silver and base. You have this one, you can see Nedved, Miroslav Klose, legendary players. There was a lot of legends around this time. Those cards are really nice, but they are the base cards. The top players, they have ultra cards, basically plastic cards. I believe the word in English is acetate cards. You can see Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. Those cards are some of the best looking cards for both players, in my perspective. You also have a different type of rarity, is the rainbow card, and this rainbow goes for emblems of the clubs, but also for the best forward, the best player, the best defender of the Champions League previous season. And in this case, Cristiano Ronaldo was the best player, so Cristiano Ronaldo have the ultra card and also have the best forward of the year and also the best player of the tournament. In terms of rarity, the base seems a bit more easy. The ultra cards and the rainbow are the ones I find a bit more tricky. They also look better, so demand most likely is quite higher for them. All right, let's focus. Looking at the last sticker, and I'm reading myself, but seems the rarest by a good margin. All the sets have condition rarity, but this one is crazy on the ultra cards. So for you guys to have an idea, the top grade for the Messi one you are seeing on the screen is a PSA 8. James is actually the owner of the PSA 8. I have a PSA 6 that I also bought from him. Premium cards versus the other set. So when we compare the Champions League set, this one in terms of eye appealing is by far the best, and I don't even think it's debatable, even though eye appealing will always be debatable, but those cards look really good. Condition rarity again, crazy strong. The gem rate is actually 0%. So the previous sets we're talking about gem rates between 1%, 2%, 3%. This one is 0%. I believe the top grade in the entire set and for the ultra cards, so I'm talking about the ultra cards, by the way. The top grade is a PSA 9. For Messi, like I end up sharing with you, is actually a PSA 8. Now, I also think it's fair to share with you the copies I own. I just have a Cristiano Ronaldo and a Lionel Messi. Both are PSA 6s, and you think those grades are really bad, Andre. Well, they are not great, but honestly, this is a common grade on this set, and they still look amazing to me, and they are still fairly expensive right now, even on those grades. As you can see, my Messi with the PSA scan, the problem most of the time tends to be the gold on the Champions League trophy, but those cards, like I said, they are amazing. Now the question, are they undervalued? Maybe not. I cannot provide financial advice, as you can know, but frankly, I also don't have the correct answer, if that makes sense. I don't think it's fair to compare with Top Scrum 2017 for multiple reasons, completely a different product. Top Scrum is relevant not because of the Champions League history, even though that's still a factor, but because it ended up introducing the Top Scrum brand. That in part runs soccer right now. Take a look at all the Chrome products. Merlin Stadium. There is so many right now. Players doing Topps products. There is a lot of stuff related with Topps. This is the first major Topps Chrome product, and that alone is very, very powerful. And apart from that, if you have a lot of money and if you want to put into Topps Chrome, you know the rarity of the reds, you know the rarity of the orange, the golds, etc. That said, these cards are amazing. These cards, talking about the Panini cards, and they have strong condition rarity. So it's a different type of rarity. I'm sorry, even though even Topps Chrome have condition rarity, as you can imagine, but in this case is really, really evident. If you want to touch that one, looking at true rarity and condition rarity, the 2008 premium cards seem to have the biggest potential. Messi and Ronaldo are getting fairly expensive, but the other players are still quite cheap. Another good example of pre-modern being an amazing market if you want to grind. So put this in perspective. Those sets are just an example. And after this, there is more UCL sets. And maybe they are undervalued. Maybe they are not. It really depends at the point you actually see this video in the future, etc. But those cards, they put in perspective how amazing our market is, if you ask me. Why? Look, 2 years ago, no one cared about those cards. Right now, they are gaining some momentum. But we see this over and over and over in our market. I mean, if you put time in the market, you'll find the next big set. Not saying this is the next big set, but it's a set that is increasing in terms of price. And there will be more sets in the future. Maybe it's the Calcio cards. Maybe there is some inserts in Italy, product from Japan that will take off in the future. But you have to put time in the market and not try to timing the market. And sadly, this is something that you guys sometimes even make fun, that I keep saying timing the market versus timing the market, and timing the market beats timing the market, but that's 100% true. You guys have to stay focused, you guys have to put time in the market and grind. Grind means what? First of all, enjoy the pet, enjoy collecting, enjoy spending time researching for different sets in different countries, almost trying to learn a different language to find information for specific product, because that will lead you into finding potential gems in the future. Let's move on. This was a great question. Thank you so much, my friend.